Driveline spins all the way around, does everything it needs to. All right, new day working in the shop. It's Willy's time. It is Willy's crunch time, actually. Today, drive lines. Let's get in there and I'll show you what we got. Check this stuff out right here. So I made a phone call to Adam's Drive Shaft. I don't know if any of you guys have ever ordered drive shafts before, but it can get hard. Not when you call Adam's. These guys know what's going on. They ask specific questions so that you can get the right parts. They send everything you need. All the bolts to bolt this thing in with, all the stuff. We got it. Check these buttes out. I'm gonna need your help.
Come on, you got one.
Give me the camera. Go get some cutters. Still got one digit that doesn't work so good. They told me I was supposed to lift only a pound with it. I may have exceeded that a couple of times. I'm trying to be good because I need it to work forever. Cutting zip ties off that bad boy. Look at the tag. We got us a rat on the tag. These guys are awesome. Perfect. All right, those are the bolts that you're gonna need. Let's open this other box. Okay, there should be hardware in that one too. Let's see that sweet sticker. Roll it up so we can see the phone number. All right, you guys need drive lines? Probably the people I would call. Smart, fast, and a dang good product. How much does that drive line weigh, Jace?
It's not much.
It's fairly heavy. You pick up another drive line.
Oh, it's not that heavy.
Yeah.
I'm joking, it's pretty...
It's substantial,
there,
right?
yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be the way that goes. All your bolts are right here. You can start them. I'll start them for you, but we need to put Loctite on them. Did I measure everything right? Oh yeah, I did. I like it. It's gonna be good. I can get used to this. You lifting all the stuff around the shop, you putting the bolts in it.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's the way it was intended to be.
Yeah.
Just so you know. All right, those are all started. Let me put a little on these ones. I used all of that. I'll have to get some more. All right, Tom, Big Hammer Garage. He's back here. He is sorting stuff out on my 55. So we can't show you all of this because you would all fall asleep. It's terribly boring getting wires routed where they go. But when it gets closer to where we need it to be, then we'll start showing you what's going on with the 55 and take you for a little rip in it. Tom may have to drive because I don't know if I can hold the steering wheel and shift all the gears at the same time.
I got faith in you.
I can do it slowly, but not the way this car needs to be driven. I'm excited about this one. Rear drive line is bolted in. We'll move up, bolt the front one in. I gotta cut the exhaust out. I put the factory exhaust back in here, and the front end didn't move in this. It had A-arms that moved, so the driveline could run underneath of that. I wasn't even thinking, I just welded her back together. It's not gonna work. As you can see, it needs to go to a different spot, and exhaust is in the way. I'll just cut it back off there and probably here somewhere, and we'll put a loop-de-doop in it. I should have thought of that when I built it, when I did that. But I didn't. Yeah, you're doing this. The Sawzall, my arm's not ready for that quite yet. So that's what Jace is here for. I'll make him cut it off. Try not to cut the frame.
I didn't. Not quite.
Okay, cut that other one off. All right, Jace just got it cut off. We'll rebuild this later. Now, driveline. Oh! New slips are always... Look at that. Grease. All right. Driveline is seated in. It fits. Everything looks good. Look at that. Turns like it's supposed to. Now I just got to build. I may be able to come back under here. Nah, I want to go back. I'm gonna come in the frame, back behind this, tie in over here. The exhaust. So keep it up out of the way. Cool. We're gonna roll some pinion angle into that. We'll tip those front two and get a little more pinion angle on the back. Get her to kick up. We just cut a little bit more, or a little less pinion angle in it. Kicked them up. Made our U-joints a little happier. We'll have to do some final adjustment on all the link bars and stuff once this is done. But now, driveline spins all the way around, does everything it needs to. It's happy. Move on to fuel tank. All right, Jace has got my fuel tank that's going in. We're gonna see if we can make it fit here somehow. See what it's gonna look like. Just like that, set it up in there. That's what I was afraid of. It's gonna have to come out of there. All right, so we've known this was coming out for a long time. This cross member's in our way. But this is welded on, so it ain't moving. I need you to cut this cross member out, Jace. So just take your Sawzall right down the side of the frame, cut that out of there. All right, now we're cooking with gas. There you go. That's kind of where it needs to fit, is right there like that. So, all right, we got some trimming to do.
One tooth off.
Oh yeah, you're getting her. We'll get that cleaned up.
That looks like a straight cut.
It's pretty straight. I mean, if you turn your head and like close one eye, it's pretty straight.
Yep.
Hack that one out of there and we can start building fuel.
1 hour later.
All right, it's been a while since I've grabbed the camera because I've been doing stuff. Not very much stuff, but I've been doing some. So I got the top pieces bent. This is gonna get cut off. These will get welded into some rectangle tubing that I got cut and set in the frame up here. So we'll weld these into the frame. Those pieces, let me just get one, I'll show you. I can hold the camera with my wounded wing now. Not very good, but I can do it. All right, so this is gonna set on the top of this fuel tank like so. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So it's gonna set on there, weld into the top. Then I have these new straps right here. Those straps will go up on the bottom of the tank and hold it right up in. So should be pretty straightforward and easy. I'll get going on it.
5 minutes later.
Alrighty, we're to this point. So it's gonna mount in something of that nature. These will have, man, my phone's been ringing terrible today. Holy crap. My phone rang again. All right, like I was previously saying before the phone rang twice, I'm gonna take and bend 90s in these and lay them right up on that, both sides. And then we'll start tacking this together, get the front all dealt with, and we'll strap it in with those new straps. So pretty straightforward. Well, let's just get it done. All right, phase one is in. Now I'm gonna jack this tank up, put these straps in here, weld those things in. Singed it a little bit. She was on fire. Those shop kitties coming in. Look at that, we got us a afternoon rainstorm going on. Probably gonna run over here and shut this door so we don't have water in my shop. Well, looks like I already do. That's nice. Cut the door shut. Okay, we're winning here. These straps, I'll bend them up around, and then that will tell me where to weld this front one in once the straps are up. So we'll get them close, jack it up nice and tight, weld the straps in it. That thing is built. Then I can go ahead, put a pump in it, the filler neck, get it all built. Kind of got to build the filler neck. I don't have all the right pieces, so we're going to build them, make it bolt in where I want it. And with any luck, fuel will go in it at some point. All right, we just got this put in up here. It's not fully welded yet, it's tacked in. These are gonna go up and weld to that. So I'm gonna set the tank in here, test fit it one more time. If I'm happy with it, I'll weld those in, bend them up, hook them all in. And then it's a matter of, I gotta take some old tow strap and put it around this so it doesn't wear and all that stuff. And then I can start on the tank. All right, new day of working in the shop. Still on the old Onx build. I'm gonna be on it for a while. I got the tank all put in it yesterday. Today is like hooking tank up and making it work. So I gotta get filler spout down, welded in, and fuel pump put in this thing. So we'll reach up in there, mark where we need this, and pull that out. So I think I got it figured out, I think. All right, this is why you don't do things too quickly. That's the mark that I thought I was gonna need. You can see I've tried a few times. This is the actual mark that I need. So we'll cut a hole right there. We'll bend the filler neck up, hook it in. So I'm just gonna go get a piece of exhaust tubing, put a little quick bend in it, and it should be no big deal here. All right, I got myself a piece of 1 3/4 muffler pipe. I'm gonna run over to the bender, bend it, then I'm gonna come mark a hole right in that like that, cut it out, weld that in, start building. It should be good. I got to put a small hole in it as well. So on a filler neck, if you don't have a way for air to get back out of it when you're filling it, it's going to burp gas all over you. So we're going to put a small nipple in here as well to run. Where did my filler neck go? All right, there's my filler neck. Okay. So you'll see it has this one. This is the air bleed for when you're filling it up. So, oh yeah, it's a perfect fit. We're gonna be golden here. This is gonna work. Let's see. We're watching this whole degree over here, trying to get where we want it. All right, I think we got it. It's gonna be pretty close. I didn't adjust the pipe bender down. I've been bending heavy stuff with it, and I didn't adjust down, so it wrinkled the pipe a little. But for a fuel filler neck, gonna be good enough. All right, we'll see how this goes. One arm drilling. Usually turns out terrible, but I like my odds. Could have gone worse. May have bent that bit. All right, does this fit? Oh yeah. Almost like I imagined it. So I made this long enough that we can adjust height in here as needed, and then I'll weld it in. So put it back in, figure out how high this needs to be and what angle, and then mark it, bring it out, weld it up. Built. That line you can see right there needs to be about 1 inch down in it, because that's my estimation of where it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack that right there and weld this thing together and clean the tank out really good, get all these little tiny metal chips out. They are pump killers. So we'll blow it out, we'll put a magnet in there, we'll get it out, and then a pump in it, and I think we're going back in for one of the last times. All right, I'm happy with where this is at now. I'm gonna go ahead and just weld that thing in there. Start putting it together. All right, so right now I'm fishing in the tank. I just pulled all of that out of the tank. There's a whole bunch more in there, so I got a while with the magnet. Getting all the metal out of here, and then we can flush it a little bit, and then I think we're good. All right, we're gonna run down to the cars real quick. Fuel pump is installed. I need to go find some factory fuel lines that will plug into those and run up here. I think I've saved a piece a fuel line out of a square body that's gonna do what I need it to. It should have a fuel filter and everything on it, so we'll jump in the old Toyota and we'll run down and see if we can find the parts we need. All right, we've wandered all over down here. You've seen the cars. We did not find the part that we came after, so Tom and I will head back to the shop. Well, we did find, I lied. We found the parts. I'm not willing to climb under the Suburban and get them today. So tomorrow, I'll come and get them. All right, new day working in the shop. I'm out of the shop because Landon, he came home for the weekend and he took over the shop working on his truck. But, I'll tell you what we got going on. So, this weekend in Panguitch, Utah is the car show. We're not going to the car show, but on Friday night, which is today, they have a burnout contest. So, we figured, let's fire the 42 up and go over and finish those tires off. See if we can make smoke cloud and put on a show. Making the hood stay down. So, we're putting these hood latches on it. I got the back ones all in it. The front ones are a little, I got to weld to the front of here, weld that thing to here. So, we're getting that done. I got to cut an angle piece, weld it in there, and we'll load this thing on the rat back, see if we can make some smoke. All right, these are not permanent, but they'll hold it on for today. The whole front end of this thing's getting changed out. We got some race car parts going in this. Got a motor, a bigger supercharger, faster parts. So, but for today, it's gonna be just fine. Let's load this thing on the rat back and go do burnouts. All right, first load up of something that's lower. Looks like it's gonna clear just fine. The cool thing is, if it doesn't, you just lift it up a little more. Do just dandy. Just fine, so we'll put the strap on it and we'll head for Panguitch. All right, we're locked and loaded. 42 setting on the back of this thing. We're gonna go lay some smoke down in Panguitch and see how this works. This is our first real haul on the old rat back. It is. Let's see how this goes. Got Lando here with me. He's home for the weekend. Jace and Josh, they're taking the old Dirty Max over. We'll see if the tranny is good. It's not. I got parts ordered. We're gonna be working on the tranny. So. All right, we just rolled into Panguitch. We're gonna get ourselves something to eat. We're here at Henry's Drive-In, home of the Chubby Burger. We're gonna get us one of those and then go ruin these tires. Let me show you what they look like. That's the current state of the tire. If all goes well, there won't be any of the tread left on there when we get done. All right, we've made it here. We're unloaded. Fire department's setting up, and then I believe we're gonna get to burn some tires off this car. So we'll throw some cameras on here so you guys get to see the smoke that the old 42 will make. We'll see how we do. No guarantees. Smoke with this one. Let's see.
Personally, I think that was the best one, but that's just me.
That was pretty good.
Pretty good.
3 turns of this.
So on this truck, it's got where you on that 4-wheel drive, you pull the locker. Is that gonna help me or not?
You want the locker and you want both tires spinning.
Gotcha.
Yep. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe.
Are you doing another one?
Yeah.
Can me and my boys sit in here?
I don't care.
Sweet,
Okay.
dude. We're so into this stuff. I didn't make it in this year. 2 years ago, I was in it.
Yeah, hop in.
Thanks, dude. This
We'll
thing
get
is
out of here.
sick.
This thing is
Manual valve body.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's sick.
It's getting hot.
I'm James.
Nice to meet you, James. I'm Paul.
Paul, and this is Bentley.
Nice to meet you, Bentley.
We do burnouts when I'm dropping them off to his mom's place.
Is she leaking water yet? No? Oh, perfect. We got another one in it. We're gonna put some smoke out this time. She overheated. We knew that was coming. It's steaming a little bit there, but all in all, that was pretty fun. The tires, we got our goal. They're slick. So, perfect. So, Studebaker vapor locked. They got it to cool down enough. He's gonna give it another rip.
Hard to breathe in that.
Alright, as soon as Tyrell gets back, we'll do the announcements, and then if I'm 300 for second place, Tyrell Kessler. That last one got it.
You think we got
There
it?
you go, Tyrell.
I think you got it.
You think?
Yeah, thanks for coming out. First place trophy and $500 goes to Paul Cox. What do you think of that guy? He was
Yeah.
We'll clean it up.
And you thought you weren't going to win first.
Let's hear it again one more time for these guys for doing such a great job.
All right, that's a wrap. We loaded up. We're out of here. We got ourselves a trophy, $500, which we gave to the fire department because they need all the money they can get. And we'll go home. We're out of here. That's a wrap. Look at that. That's what we set out to do, was to burn all the tread off of those. I think we did it. What do you guys think?
Oh, yeah.
I think we
Yeah,
worked.
yourself.
Next time we do this, it'll have a whole bunch more horsepower and a lot more smoke, so it's guaranteed. All right, rolling home solo. Landon decided to stay over and watch a baseball game. His buddies are playing in, so I'm headed home by myself. Jace and Josh are in the truck behind me. They're somewhere. They're probably chasing girls or something. So going home and put some ice on my arm. This truck's awesome. The Rat Back is everything I hoped it to be. It is so cool. It runs down the road so awesome, drives good, doesn't get hot, the AC works. Love this truck. All I gotta do now is finish it. But I'm gonna drive it. We are currently 900 miles on this truck since I got it back from Chad. I've been driving it. It's good. So I love it. Alright, it's the next day. Got dark on me, so I couldn't film at night when I got home. I love both of these trucks. They're old, they're junky, but they're stupid amounts of fun. So we had a good time. We ended up winning in the old 42. It put out some smoke, but it's time to do some upgrading to this thing. We need some horsepower. We need to be able to steer it. We need to be able to control it. The shifter's terrible in it. We have a lot of work to do to it, but I got some other projects to finish first. We'll get them all done. We'll get it going. Alrighty, it's Wednesday. You're wondering why I say that. Well, because y'all are gonna watch this on Sunday. I'm a little far behind right now. Things have slowed me down a bit. So Tom's here from Big Hammer Garage. He is helping me out again on the Onx build. So he is dealing with battery box mount. We're gonna mount this battery right there on its side. We're gonna put an Optima right there. I am putting starter in this thing and then starting to build brake lines. So divide and conquer, we're gonna get this thing handled. We got a fuel tank in it. I'm waiting for a fuel line so that we can plumb fuel, but we're getting there. Things are happening. We're gonna use the arc droid today. So we want this battery to be substantial. So using some 1/4 inch plate, gonna weld this solid to the firewall and then drill and tap it so that it all bolts in nice. It's gonna be nice when we're done. All right, this one's gonna be pretty easy for us. We just gotta radius cut these. Probably a couple of holes in the middle here to weld with. We'll put some 1/2 inch holes just to spot weld with, and then this thing will be ready to go onto the rig. All right, we're making that part out of that. All right, I'm getting somewhere. Front brake lines, they're on. I ran her down on the factory cross member up across. I gotta build a tab right here to hook this to, and then cut those. I don't know why these metal things are on there, but I don't need them. I'm gonna cut those off of the lines, and then onto rear line. I gotta run it clear down along the frame rail, hook it all up. A little more involved. We put some expansion loops in these so that they for sure won't break. Plan on flexing this thing up, twisting it across rocks and lots of dirt roads, so it needs to work good. Need to address some stuff here. So basically I went to bed last night. I was winning the Onx challenge. Woke up, I'm way behind. Bleeping Jeepus passed me. Not saying anything's fishy, but something's fishy. All right, rear is bent down. Big coil set in there. We'll lift it up, run it the whole length of this thing, get it tied to the frame, buckled all up. He's winning over here. He's figuring out where to mount this thing. So you got these 2 bolt holes, or bolts, are holding up AC inside. So he will basically French those back into this other plate that he's welding on it so that they still hold up the AC like we need them to. This is the plate that Tom's building over here. So this will bolt in all nice and tight. Battery fits in there. These are the hold downs for it. These will get plug welded and then welded all the way around it. Well, not solid welded because that'll actually make it weaker on the sheet metal. We'll just weld inch on, inch off, all the way around this thing. Should be good forever. Alrighty, I'm to building brake tabs. So I gotta build, I'm gonna take this chunk of metal, drill a bigger hole in it, or I may punch a bigger hole in it, I don't know yet. I need it to set over that thing, and then we'll twist it so it bolts to there. Yeah, so I'm gonna make that work, and then I gotta build one for the back. It'll just kind of have a little 90 bend in it. And then I can start weld tabs all the way down the inside of the frame rail to tab that thing on. And then I think we can put some fluid in this thing, put a seat in it, do some pumping and get the brakes bled up. All right, we got all of our little parts and pieces built. I just built that 90 right there. I built that 90 welded in here. We shall have all these, what the crap?
Hi, what do you tell him?
Thank you for your birthday.
You're welcome that I had one. Yeah. What are you doing at my house?
Say Aunt Shell's tending,
You're
huh?
tending?
We're gonna
Well.
go to the store.
All right. Alrighty. Got that welded in. We got a bung welded on there, so that will bolt to there like so. Brake lines are handled. We're at full sag, so that's all the sag that we'll ever need in that thing. So I can get the back brake lines all whipped out now, and then it's just a matter of hooking it down the frame rail. Not gonna bore you with that. I'll show you little bits and pieces of it, but we'll have these done shortly. All right, things are getting pretty serious. I got my welding jacket on. We're ready to weld this thing in there and see if we can get a battery hanging in that thing. So pretty excited. We made some progress today. Well, in the last 3 days, we've made some progress. Fuel tank, fuel system's not in because I didn't have the right parts, but the fuel tank is in it, mounted, ready to rock. Brake lines completely installed front to back. All I got to do is tighten them down, do all the bleeding and all that stuff. Won't bore you with that. You've seen me bleed brakes lots of times. Lots of pumping with your leg, and you can continue on, drill away. Tom's doing the last finishing touches on the battery box. We weld it in. All right, we have accomplished. Look at that. Battery is hanging. We gotta cut the dipstick here and move it down, but there's lots of stuff we still have to do. But that's all we're gonna get done today. 3 days of thrashing to get brake lines, fuel tank, battery box in it. So big thanks to Tom, Big Hammer's Garage, for coming up and being my other arm basically. So thanks for watching.
Before we let you go, we wanted to let you guys know about a couple of car shows that we're going to be going to, and we would love to see you there. On the 21st in Richfield, Utah, it's called Diesel in the Mountains. They're going to have a dirt drag race. They're going to have the dyno machine there. They're going to have a sled pull. They're going to have raffles, and all sorts of stuff is going to be going on. So mark that on your calendar, September 21st. And if you want more information, go to Diesel in the Mountains on Instagram and check that out. We also have our local car show coming up on the 28th that we're going to be to, and we're also giving away that 52 Chevy car that Paul's been working on. You got to be there in person to win, so you're not going to want to miss that. It is on September 28th. If you want to check more stuff out, go to CarmelMountainCarshow.com, and we hope to see you guys there.